a committee, a selection, a sample. Those are going to be your keywords. All right, let's see. In the Illinois lottery, you have an urn or a big plastic thing. Balls are numbered 1 through 9. From this urn, 5 balls are chosen randomly without replacement, meaning once it comes out, you're not putting it back in. You bet $1, you get to choose one set of 5 numbers. To win, all 5 numbers must match those chosen from the urn. The order in which the balls are selected does not matter. You know, some places you play, they have to be in the same order. This is saying as long as you have the numbers, I don't care which order they came out. What is the probability of winning with 1 ticket? I want to see what y'all write down. Number 59. You can leave it in the, like in the simple form. You don't have to like work it out. What is the probability? What is the probability? Perfect. Perfect. Okay, now do probability. What is the probability? You ain't done it yet? Do what you just did. Good, good. Now do probability. What is the probability? You're kind of close. Don't erase it, you're kind of close. 1 through 39 is how many balls? Because it was 0 through 39, it would be 40.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so that's going to change your bottom number. And then think about what your top number is going to be. Did you get it?
I'm confused.
That's right. Now give me the probability of that happening.
So it'd be 1 over that?
All right, so first thing I have to ask myself, does the order in which the balls come out matter?
No.
No, because it even said right here, the order does not matter. So what kind of problem is this?
Combination.
Combination. How many total balls are in the urn?
39.
39. And how many balls am I picking?
5.
5. So some of y'all worked that out and some of you didn't. It doesn't matter. Let me pull up my calculator and I'll work it out and get an answer. It is and you told me that answer. Now, that represents that's your sample space. That represents the total number of ways that you can pop out 5 different balls. Y'all with me? That's your sample space. That's the total number of ways you can pop out 5 different balls. I want to know, what is the probability of you winning? What is the probability of that happening? So the probability is what makes me happy over total. So probability of winning is what makes me happy over total. So how many of those ways make me happy? One. So it's going to be 1 over 57, 57, 57, or 1 over 39 NCR 5. Either one of those would have been fine. So if they just want to know how many ways can it pop out, that will be your answer. But if it says, what's the probability of me winning, it's going to be 1 over, because there's only one way. Like when we said, what's the probability of the president having the Social Security number? It was 1 Social Security number over the total sample space.
So like whenever you divide that out, you get 1.737 times 10 to the negative 6. If it asked for a decimal, how would you put that?
Okay, if it was 1.74 times 10 to the negative 6,
Yes.
it would be 0.0000174.
So you would just put, okay.
Yeah. So your homework will probably say, give it to me till 6 decimal places.
Okay.
Or 8 decimal places or whatever, because they're not going to ask for the E negative 6. So because it's 6 places, that's your first, and you're going to have 5 more zeros in front of it.
Okay.
But they'll always ask for more 0 places than what it is. If they don't, the answer is just going to be 0.
Okay.
And then if it's multiple choice on your test, it'll either be given this way, it'll be given this way, it'll be given this way, or it'll be given this way for all the answers.
Okay.
Yep.
So those numbers are related to this question too?
Yeah, what she did is this was the answer to the NCR.
Yes.
So she did the probability by doing 1 divided by 57, 57, 57,
Oh, I see.
and that's what got her that baby number.
Okay.
So she actually divided it out.
Okay.
So on your homework, they may say, give it to me as a fraction. They may say, give it to me as a decimal. On your test, all of the answers are going to be in decimals. All of the answers are going to be in exponents. All of the answers are going to be written as an NCR. All the answers are going to be written like that. All right, let me let you try another one. The grant, yeah, it should be grant appeal process. A grade appeal process at a university requires that a jury be structured by selecting 5 individuals randomly from a pool of 8 students and 10 faculty. What is the probability of selecting a jury of all students? This one's kind of tough, but you know enough to do it. So you have 8 students, 10 faculty, and we're picking from that 5 individuals. What's the probability? And leave it in terms of NPR, NCR, whatever. Don't work it out. Just leave it in terms of NPR, NCR. Because it's probability, it's what makes me happy over total. Now, is this a combination or is this a permutation?
Combination.
Do we all see that this is a combination because we're getting a group of people, a committee of people? So because this is a group or committee, that is why it's a combination. Yay? Now, we want all students. So for up here, we only want to pick students. So this has to be students. We only want to pick students. So how many students are we picking? We're picking 5 out of how many students?
8.
So my top number is going to be students. That's what's going to make me happy. So we are picking 5 students out of the 8 students. I'm going in and all 5 students are coming from the 8 students. That's my jury. Now, how am I going to get the total? How many total? This was my total students, and this was my jury. What is my total? 18. And how many am I picking of the 18? So what makes me happy is I'm picking 5 students of the jury out of the 8 students. My total is 18, which is the 10 plus the 8. And I'm picking 5 out of the 18. That's my total sample space. And what I'm picking to make me happy is the 5 out of the 8 students. Let's try another one. Let's see if I can. I think I copied that if I didn't. Okay, try that one. What is the probability of selecting a jury of all faculty? I wrote down the information over here. 8 students, 10 faculty. What's the probability of picking all faculty? Nautica, what you thinking for the top?
10. NCR 5.
Perfect. What are you thinking for the bottom?
18. NCR 5.
Perfect. This is faculty, and this is total. So I'm picking 5 people from just the faculty. My total is 5 from everybody. Make sense? 5 from just the faculty, 5 from everybody is my total. Now let's get a little harder. Ugh. James, look at that one. 2 students and 3 faculty. What makes me happy over total? 2 students, 3 faculty. 2 students, 3 faculty. You done? you'll have 2 C's on the top. Right here. Yeah. You'll have 2 C's on the top, y'all. 2 C's on the top, 1 C on the bottom. Two C's on the top, 1 C on the bottom. Oh, that's right. That's right. Stop stressing. You just didn't test your brain then. That's right. That's perfect. There's your girls. There's your boys. There's your table. Yes. What you doing, NCR? Lord Jesus. Write it down for me. Okay. You're probably gonna wanna wrap that top up and then divide it by the bottom. It may or may not change your answer, I don't know, but you have it right. I just don't know if it's gonna change your answer or not. Okay, it's a times. So it's gonna be this times this over that. Yeah, everything else is perfect though. Are we good? Yes. You done? Perfect. Oh, look. Look. You're learning something. All right. The 2 C's on top is what got y'all. Told you what was doing. We have a combination of 2 students out of 8 times a combination of 3 faculty out of 10. All over, we're picking 5 total jurors out of 18. So this is our students. This is our faculty. And this is our total. Ugh! Wasn't that fun? 0.3922. Did it come up the same way either way? Okay, 0.3922. Oops, I moved up. All right. Through a manufacturing error, 3 cans marked regular soda were accidentally filled with diet soda. I'd be so ticked because I don't drink diet. And placed into a 12-pack. Well, I don't drink soda anyway, but if it was diet. Suppose that 3 cans are randomly selected from the 12-pack. Determine the probability that exactly 2 contain diet soda. So I'm choosing 3 cans. I want 2 to be diet and 1 to be regular. I want 2 to be diet and 1 to be regular. I want the probability of 2 diet and 1 regular. Is this a combination or permutation? Combination. We're just picking, right? Okay. bless you. How many diets am I picking? Out of? How many diets are in there?
Oh,
Three.
3.
So I'm picking 2 diets, and there's 3 diets in there accidentally. So I'm picking 2 diets of the 3 diets that are in there. Now, how many regulars am I picking? 1. And how many regulars are in there? 9. Because if 3 of them are diet, the other 9 are regular. Now, for the total, how many total drinks am I choosing? 3. And how many total drinks are in the box?
12.
So I'm choosing 2 diets, and there's 3 diets to pick from. I'm choosing 1 regular, and there's 9 regulars to choose from. And my total sample space is I chose 3 out of the 12. I'll let you try one. And here's it written out. There's a 12-pack, 9 of them are regulars, 3 are diets, so I chose 2 of the 3 diets, 1 of the 9 regulars, and then I gave you the decimal answer. Determine the probability that exactly 1 of the 3, because remember we're picking 3, exactly 1 of the 3 is a diet. Determine the probability that exactly 1 of the cans out of 3 is a diet. Yep. Really?
Where are you still?
Okay. Let me see. Over here. Everything else is right. You're picking 3 drinks, and 1 of them is a diet. Perfect. You're picking 3 drinks, and 1 of them is a diet. So if you're, what'd you have to say far? You're picking 1 diet, so what are the other 2? You're only picking 1 diet. So if you have to pick 3 drinks, and 1's diet, or the other 2 have to be. So you haven't picked 2 regulars. Let me see. Fix your, yeah, finish your bottom, you're good. I'll write you up in that now. Come on, James. We on a roll. Pick 5. But I said you have to pick 3 drinks. So 1's diet, what's the other 2? So pick 2 regulars. 1 diet, 2 regulars. Perfect. Perfect. All right. I told you that you had to pick exactly one diet drink. So if you're picking 3 drinks, and this one is a diet, and you have to get 3 drinks. The first one's a diet. What do the other 2 drinks have to be? Regular. So I didn't say it in the problem, but if I said, in your 12-pack, I mean, we don't have any beer. We only have regular and diet. That's it. And if you can have one diet, the other 2 have to be regular. They didn't say it, but by process of elimination, if you're picking 3 drinks and one's diet, the other 2 have to be regular. Okay? So, I am going to be picking diet drinks. I am going to be picking regular drinks because I'm doing probability. It's what makes me happy over total. I'm going to be doing diet drinks, regular drinks, and I'm going to be doing total drinks. Well, my total drinks is I have 12 to pick from and I'm picking 3. My diet drinks, how many diet drinks am I picking? I'm picking 1 diet drink, and how many diet drinks are there to choose from? 3. I'm picking 1 out of the 3. But I also have to pick 2 regulars out of the 9. A lot of y'all picked your diet drink and forgot to get your 2 regulars. There's your answer. 1 diet from the diets, 2 regulars from the regulars. So you picked 3 out of the 12. You see what you messed up on? For those of you who messed up? All right, let's look at another one. Determine the probability that all 3 are diet. Determine the probability that all 3 are diet. Don't give me that stank face. You're giving me the stank face. I know. That's your concentration face. Determine the probability that all 3 are diet. What makes me happy over total, because we're doing probability. So, it's a combination because the order in which I choose the drinks doesn't matter. For diet, how many diets am I picking?
3.
And how many diets do I have to choose from?
3.
Now, I don't have to put this, but I am choosing how many regulars? 0 out of 9. You don't have to put that. You can just say I'm choosing 3 out of 3. And the bottom's going to be 3 over 12. So you technically do not have to put this because you're not choosing any regulars. You could have just put this over this, because this is going to give you 0 because you're not picking any. All right. Suppose that you've just received a shipment of 20 modems. Although you don't know this, 3 of the modems are defective, they're broken. To determine whether you will accept the shipment, you randomly select 4 modems and test them. If all 4 modems work, you accept the shipment. Otherwise, the shipment is rejected. What is the probability of accepting the shipment? So we want to know the probability of accepting. And in order to accept them, what has to happen? In order to accept them, all four modems have to work.